that Ryan Mason went through both the Big Show and Kane, solidifying his dominance, and that gives me even more reason to believe that WWE are going to be pushing Mason Ryan. It's just a matter of when and a questioning of time. When is the right time to do it? I think in a couple of more months, maybe 2 months at the most, we're going to see Mason Ryan break away from the Nexus and probably have a program with Punk. I'd love to see Mason Ryan and CM Punk go at it, given the fact they both have a tremendous reputation for themselves. CM Punk has a tremendous reputation, got it for himself in companies like Ring of Honor and Florida Championship Wrestling, and Mason Ryan being a former Florida Championship Wrestling heavyweight champion, that would be a phenomenal program to see CM Punk and Mason Ryan go at it. But that was something I got out of The Rock's birthday celebration, and I thought, it was pretty innovative how, they had Mason Ryan do what he did, going through the Big Show and Kane the way they did. Of course, it was Kane versus Mason Ryan for the first time ever, and he had an outstanding outing there against Kane. Anyone who can get over on someone like Kane, a man who's been involved in the business since 1997, even backtracking to when he was the fake Diesel, and the King's Royal Dentist as Glenn Jacobs back in '95. I think that anyone that can get over on someone like Glenn Jacobs the way that Mason Ryan did is a phenomenal accomplishment. In the WWE Championship match featuring The Miz and John Cena for the 1000th time, not much of a match here, but The Miz and John Cena having an outstanding effort in that match. A couple of near falls. The Miz kicked out of the FU. John Cena kicked out of the skull-crushing finale, that kind of deal where they both kick out of each other's finisher. And then The Miz uses the WWE Championship belt to the skull to pin John Cena. The referee catches Miz using the title, reverses the decision, and John Cena retains the title as the result of a disqualification. If you're familiar with the WWE rulebook, the title, of course, cannot change hands as a result of a disqualification or countout, so by default, John Cena wins the match and retains the title due to a reverse decision by the referee. Now, some people are probably saying out there The Miz should be the WWE Champion, and by rights, probably he should be. But that gives me more reason to believe that at the upcoming Over the Limit pay-per-view, we're going to see The Miz and John Cena go at it again in some kind of match that will put a stamp of finality on their feud. I'd love to see John Cena and The Miz go at it at least one more time in some type of match like a Hell in a Cell match or something like that to solidify it. Don't ask me why. I'd love to see John Cena and The Miz in something like a Hell in a Cell match, but eventually that probably could happen. But I would assume The Miz and John Cena are going to have one last match at the Over the Limit pay-per-view, and probably Alberto Del Rio and Christian will have a match for the world title in some type of stipulation match at Over the Limit. Stamps of finality are bound to be put on feuds at the Over the Limit pay-per-view coming up on May 22nd. 2011. Of course, WWE.com has all the information on the upcoming Over the Limit pay-per-view. Now, the conclusion of The Rock's birthday celebration, not much. We see Mr. McMahon coming out and thanking The Rock for his contributions to WWE and professional wrestling, and thanking him for making the decision to come back after 7 years. They play a neat little video package that chronicles The Rock's football days right up until he became the superstar that he is in the WWE. I thought that was pretty unique. After Mr. McMahon thanks him, we see Maya come out and sing Happy Birthday to The Rock along with the fans. And then the show concludes with fireworks and pyro and balloons. I thought it was very innovative how both Pitbull and Maya were both there, celebrity appearances. Great for WWE anytime you can put something like Maya and Pitbull on the same show. Of course, Pitbull was there promoting his upcoming album, which is going to be available also on iTunes. And of course, WWE.com has information on the appearances of both Pitbull and Maya on Monday Night Raw. Both outstanding performances as well. Lillian Garcia, all the performances that were done for The Rock's birthday, outstanding. Everything from the national anthem being performed by Lillian Garcia for the first time in years on WWE. As I said here earlier in the show, anytime Lillian Garcia performs the national anthem is absolutely outstanding. And Pitbull there to promote his album along with the girls that were involved in the performance, outstanding. Both performances by Maya and Pitbull were great, but it was pretty awkward, seeing Maya close Raw and then The Rock thanking everyone. I thought that was very weird how they did that. I was expecting The Rock and John Cena to have some kind of angle where Cena probably attempts to lay The Rock out with the FU, and then The Rock gets the better of them by doing the rock bottom to Cena. I thought that would have been a pretty better way to end the show than have Maya come out and sing happy birthday along with the fans. You could have had The Rock sing happy birthday to himself for that matter. But it was nice seeing Maya there as it was all the other celebrities, and I thought The Rock probably did have the biggest birthday celebration in the history of television. It was definitely a huge celebration at that, and it was worth checking out. If you didn't have the opportunity to see it, definitely catch a download of it on our website courtesy of HEW Wrestling Network, or download it somewhere, or go to WWE.com for the extensive detailed recap, or any professional wrestling news website. It was appropriately titled The Biggest Birthday Celebration in the History of Television by both WWE and The Rock himself, the most electrifying birthday. And definitely it was. It was pretty interesting to see how all the superstars from both Raw and SmackDown were incorporated into it. Of course, it was all in an effort to promote the upcoming match between The Rock and John Cena at WrestleMania 28, the main event, which is speculated to be for the WWE Championship. That's if John Cena can hold on the title till now. Right up till WrestleMania, from now until WrestleMania 28 in Miami. A couple of things to take into consideration from the presentation of Raw. It was broadcasted from the home of WrestleMania 28, that will see The Undertaker possibly go to 20-0, and The Rock and John Cena for the WWE title. It's going to be interesting to see. And one other thing that I'd like to throw in here for this week's audio commentary: did anybody notice how WWE didn't make reference to the fact that Osama was actually dead? They were just making acknowledgement of the fact that they had captured Osama and put an end to his terror. They never exactly came out and bluntly said he was dead like the media networks did. They just came out and said, "We got him." In the words of John Cena, he described what had happened, the events of Osama bin Laden's death, as the armed forces had got him. And they never actually came out and bluntly said that he was dead, which he is. I found that pretty interesting, how they didn't, come out and say he was dead. If you have a reason as to why they probably didn't do that, or have read something I haven't, you can send it to our YouTube channel or one of our social networks, or to our email address, hewwrestling@hotmail.com. But I found that pretty innovative, how they didn't actually, pretty weird, I guess is the word I can put on it, how they didn't actually refer to him being dead. They just said they got him, in the word of John Cena. And John Cena was actually featured on a couple of news pieces that were put together. It had nothing to do with wrestling, but he was actually featured on a couple of news pieces where he said he was proud to be an American following the events of Osama's death. I found that pretty weird too. A lot of weird things. Definitely The Rock's birthday is filled with pros and cons, but if you see this video on YouTube, you can send your opinions along, and I'll review them and probably share them with you here on the program. We've gotten a couple of emails through our YouTube channel. Someone in Bangladesh actually loves our videos, and thank you to him and everybody who loves our videos. We'll continue providing them to you. Our recently relaunched YouTube channel features an extensive collection of audio commentaries and interviews with superstars, celebrities, and of course audio commentaries that are widely viewed by everybody. And our YouTube channel and our weekly column in this corner with Jonathan Clarke continues to be a tremendous success, just as this radio show does. So if you have an opinion on The Rock's birthday, definitely send it to us. And I guess the only thing left to do is to say congratulations on The Rock celebrating his 39th birthday on the behalf of everyone involved with HEW Entertainment Variety Radio. Happy birthday to Dwayne Johnson, who is now in a featured film, Fast 5, the final chapter of the Fast and Furious series, starring in it with Vin Diesel and a number of other well-known actors. And of course, coming up soon, The Rock has recently signed, just to give you an idea of what The Rock's got coming up over the next year, The Rock has now signed to do a upcoming country film. I have no details on the movie, but I would assume it's going to be better than Country Strong, starring Gwyneth Paltrow. But definitely The Rock has now signed to do a country film. No details have become available on it yet, but we'll pass them along to you if we have them. And of course, The Rock is also scheduled to make several WWE appearances up until the match between himself and John Cena to help promote the feud. But definitely, I think The Rock is doing wonders now for WWE in the ratings. Of course, the ratings reports are available on WWE.com and ProWrestling.com as well. The Raw Breakdown, ProWrestling.com likes to refer to it as now. and all the results, of course, of all The Rock's appearances and what have you are there. The Rock is now officially 39, and our birthday wishes are being extended to him on the behalf of HEW Entertainment Variety Radio, currently now in Fast and Furious 5, the final chapter of the Fast and Furious series. Check it out if you haven't already done so. And on that note, happy birthday, Rock. Congratulations to WWE for putting off one of the best Raws I had seen in probably 2 or 3 years, and that's definitely saying something, I'll tell you that. When you can say that WWE have actually done a good edition of a live Raw, that is really saying something, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope WWE continue to produce more innovative Raws like we have seen. Thank you to everyone who listened to this week's edition of HEW Entertainment Variety Radio, coming to you in the official radio form on the website of HEW Entertainment. Find us on Google, Alta Vista, Ask Jeeves, Yahoo, any major search engine out there. Also, get a hold of us on Facebook, MySpace, and YouTube for more ways on how you can interact with HEW Entertainment as well. Stay tuned to our website for all the upcoming information about what's going on here at HEW Entertainment.